Mountain Race Week Day 4. We're at Bandimere. I've been trying to race Bandimere for like 5, maybe 6 years. Every time I've come up here, it's been for something different. I've never actually got to go down the racetrack. So today's a big day for me. I'm very much looking forward to this. We got a rail plug from down the street, so we are going to eliminate fuel rail pressure valve problems. We're going to flash in the old tune that asks for 29,000 pounds. And we're taking off the stupid pesky wastegate because I don't really like those. And that's about it. We're gonna go in about 20 minutes. We gotta hurry up and get all this done, and then you'll see the results. So stay tuned. I think it's kind of slow. I don't know. It might be like, you know, it is what it is. But the launch went really good. Everything went really well. The pass went good. I left good. It felt good. It shifted good. It ran good. It's got 24,000 pounds of rail pressure. It's got everything it needs. No wastegate. Rail plugged. I don't know. It just feels kind of slow. But then again, in all fairness, I'm used to racing that stupid green truck, and it makes twice the power down the track that this does, so, and weighs like 2,000 pounds less. So maybe I'm just getting used to how a street truck feels. So here's a look at our run, and you can look like that's all first gear, second gear, third gear. You can see the shifts, and then you can look at the top of third gear. The blue's where I lift, so that's the very top. 23,000, 23,000. We got some pump left, 800 milliamps, and it's all the way turned up. Or not all the way, we're on level 3, but I don't know. It is what it is. It looks like it's working. I think we just need some more horsepower. That's all it comes down to. We need more horsepower. We're on the left, so it did 719 at 94. So the mile an hour was pretty good. The time was a little bit longer or more ET than it was yesterday in Kearney. The 60 foot 156, that's pretty much right on par for Kearney. So it might be elevation. The mile an hour is up a little bit, but the ET is down. Well, the elevation probably affects the power. And we put a bigger tune in it that has more rail pressure. So at this point, I'm gonna take this data log, send it off. We're gonna go eat. There's some brisket down there that smells really good. And then we'll try time trial number 2 later. You know, you're such a bad co-pilot. I can't wait to smoke you on this thing. I swear.
He's gonna lose.
This guy. We should leave him in the mountains tomorrow whenever we go up there. Don't suck. That's the best advice you can
Don't
give.
suck.
Don't suck. Make a checklist. Repeat it to yourself. Have a self-talk. Self-motivate yourself. The worst thing you can do is lose.
Worst thing. You're not first or last.
That's what my daddy said. That's the stupidest thing I ever heard. So who won? Who won? You got her? Well, you need to give him some driving tips. He's about to lose. Tell him how you did it. All right, I get left lane.
Buttons on your left, the trans brakes on your right. Go ahead and push the gas pedal. That's going to bring you into the pre-stage. Hold that trans button. Hit your bump button 3 times. And now go ahead. You gotta hold the trans brake.
I'll hold it.
Hey man, you're melting me down over here.
Watch the yellow and let go.
Oh, I think I went red. Oh no, I got you.
You got it. Hey.
You finally got me. Okay, here we go. Ah. Hey man, we're diesel guys. We don't have trans brakes. You just holding those fools up.
This is the best part.
It is the best part. All right.
Maybe we need trans brakes.
Maybe we need trans brakes.
I don't know who won.
Yeah, I know who won.
Oh, there we go.
We'll have to come back for round 2 after dinner. All right, I'm gonna get your ass in round 2. Sore loser.
Sore loser.
Sore loser. We're out here, day 4, Rocky Mountain Race Week. We're at Bandimere. There's a little downtime. It's the perfect time of the evening. The temperature's going down. Cars are gonna start getting faster. It's gonna be fun. Everybody's turning up. But we're sitting around shooting the shit, talking about products that we install that you know is like your go-to. Well, it was asked to me, and I had to go with the BD diesel traction bars. They're on all my trucks except Green Envy. It's got a 4-link, so it doesn't work. But we install these traction bars pretty much weekly at the shop. I personally weld them on because we're a little bit harder on things, and you know, it's hard to break a weld. But check these bad boys out. It's got a big bushing down here. It never squeaks. They got grease, you grease them up, and that provides like stability. It has a Heim joint all the way in the back, like a 4130 3-piece forged Heim joint. We've never bent the bars. They've never came off. It's always worked out really well. We weld them on just because I know what we like to do, so I'm sure that's what y'all want to do. Take it for what it's worth, but that's what I put on all my trucks and all my friends and all my customers. So a little bit about the traction bar and how it works. It prevents the leaf spring from winding up and like bending and shoving the axle forward. It's kind of like having a long arm out there holding it from wrapping up. The biggest difference I've noticed, other than eliminating wheel hop, if you haven't experienced wheel hop, well, you probably need to make a little bit more power. It's quite painful and breaks a lot of stuff. But straight line stability, performance, and towing, it'll make that truck drive straighter and have more authority and just feel more firm and set in its track. It's a huge improvement. I always mention it. Guys always say how they can tell that it really adds like a locked suspension feel for straight line performance, especially when you're out here trying to cut 156 60 foots like this truck's doing. This isn't really like the green truck. It's a lot more tame, but it's a hell of a lot of fun, and I'm learning a whole lot with it. My top tips for drag racing is keep it simple, stupid. Like, make it as ridiculously simple as possible. One turbocharger. Go out there and fuel only. Don't try to reset the world on fire. Just go out there and try to establish a good baseline and learn. You need a checklist written on your dash or a dry erase board, or something needs to be up here that needs to tell you to put it in 4-wheel drive, put it in the tune you want, pump the brakes. Make it as repetitive and like second nature. You don't have to think about it. You just do it. You check it, you check it, you check it. It is so simple. Do the same thing over and over and over, and then work on your personal best. A lot of people just want to go straight to the fastest it'll run or the best time they can get. Man, you got to walk before you run. So that's what I say. Keep it simple, have a checklist, and do the same thing every time and get comfortable. Take your time. Breathe. Breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. Get mentally clear. There's a lot of mental preparation that goes into it. It's not just work on the truck, hurry up, grab it, and go. You have to like woo-saw internally a little bit. This is all race week crap, so there's stuff everywhere. We living in this thing right now. But I would always immediately go to 4-wheel drive. Reach down, click it, grab it in 4-wheel. You have to feel it, make sure it's firm. And then I turn the wheel, and I let the chassis bind up, and you'll feel how it's in 4-wheel drive. And then I check my tune, and then I check my data log. You always got to go in there and get down to your record data and get your data log going. And then you can just pause that guy, and he can wait. He can wait until you're like, all right, it's time to drop it in gear, and then lock the converter. So as soon as you shift, the converter is going to be locked. It's the same thing over and over, but it's like you don't need to look at it like a pilot. You know where it's at, and you know what the position is, and it's a physical touch. That's kind of, you just drop her down in there and then start winding her up and doing your thing. But there's a lot of sequence and a lot of learning about it. Everybody's different. Everybody has their own opinion. I suggest for you to get out there and wear it out. There's no sense in bringing home a running truck. I mean, you don't have to drive it to work on Monday. So run it till it doesn't run. Turn it up till it won't go. Turn it up till you're happy. I don't know. That's kind of the motto I believe in. I highly encourage everybody to get into drag racing. It is a thing that fuels you, whether you want to index or you want to bracket or you want to heads up. It's all your personal opinion. Me, I like the wild stallion style. I like to turn it up and kind of skate off the line and grab gear and it kicks over and, you know, give the crowd something to watch. There's a sense of family in this sport. All these people, you look out here at this Rocky Mountain Race Week event, there's families, there's kids. It is really a pulling together for the greater cause of motorsports. And that's something that's very extremely important. If we don't keep putting into this sport, it's going to die. And then what are we going to do once there ain't no drag strips open? Like, we're going to be street racing? Like, can't do that. They'll take your car. So I highly recommend any form of drag racing. It doesn't have to be diesel. Obviously, diesel's funner, but it's definitely more expensive. There's racing out there for everybody, whether you're fast or slow. There's classes. Okay, the whole event has been on kind of some downtime and standby. There was another challenge going on. We got Rowdy Radial going to lanes right now, so we turned it all the way up level 5. We're just going to see what it does. Hoping for a 6. Whatever it is, we're going to take it and turn it in, swap the street trim, and head to the hotel. So here's our slip. We went a little slower, 735, but it's 98.8 or 95.8. So we made more horsepower and we physically went faster. But my reaction, or my 60 foot wasn't good. And I really had some problems at the starting line. You know, we made a pep talk earlier about things you do at the starting line. And I just left all that shit back over here at the pits. So I made a couple driver mistakes. It definitely didn't want to spool up. The added fuel did not help spool up. So I think now we're going to kind of look at this data and see if there's anything we can improve upon and go back down there with a hot turbine and a hot manifold and make it spool up a little faster. We cooled off quite a bit during that off time. So all we can do is go back and try again. The truck's still running, so we're going to go again in a bit. We're going to try to do a little pre-test spool up to get some temperature in this thing because it's so dadgum cold out here. That's what we need down there. So let's go do that. think that's all we got. I don't even know what it ran, but I know it was a little slower. At this point, this is what we got. We could go back and try again, but we keep beating it up and it runs like within 0.8 of a mile an hour. So I'm gonna turn in my 719 at 94.2. It's not what we want, but at this point, the truck runs great and it is what we got. So we're gonna turn it in, swap to street, and I think we're gonna go get us some dead cow. So I'll see you in the morning. Like and subscribe if you like what's going on here to see more.